Good evening, Fernwood. It is your eager beaver buddy here, Neil, and it's time for us to eagerly beaver our way back to a whole new episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Today, we're going to watch the June 22nd, 1976 episode, and before I do my recap, I'm just going to let you know that between now and the next episode, the one that we'll be releasing tomorrow, I will be getting my second Moderna shot. So I'm very excited. I'm eager because I've even got my little aerial band-aid ready for them to put on my arm. I'm putting it on this arm because that's the one that already has workout shoulder pain. So that's where I'm going. And I expect that next time you see me, I will have taken a couple of days break. I've had to shove my shooting schedule around just to make sure that I'm not very ill while I'm shooting. So there may be a couple of days break in the shoot. There will be no break for you because I shoot a little bit ahead of when I release things. So I'll give you an update tomorrow on how I'm feeling. And, there'll be some feelings, I'm sure. Maybe it'll be nothing. Maybe I'll be retching in the bathroom for a couple days. We'll see how that works out. So here's our recap of yesterday's episode. It started right on the tail end of last Friday's episode with Tom back at the Capri Lounge with the two young ladies that he met with Ed just last Friday. He is drunk off of his hiney. One of the ladies, Jolene, is really eager to get away from him. Tom seems to maybe resent that Ed has come out of the closet to him, and that's a little bit unclear. But the two ladies basically blow him off when two other dudes show up at the bar. At the Hartman residence, Howard McCullough is helping Mary deal with some of her anxieties. She's dealing with first the anxiety of the planes heading overhead that are driving her kind of nuts, but also she's excited and anxious about the upcoming contest that she has won to be the most typical consumer housewife, not to mention that she hasn't dealt with any of the emotional fallout of the breakup with Tom or the breakup with Dennis Foley. As Howard has to leave for work, Betty comes in and makes an interesting proposal. Betty would like for Mary to help Howard realize that he's not gay, and by that, she's suggesting that Mary should sleep with Howard. Not such a great idea. Next door at the Shumways, Grandpa Larkin is feeling a bit invisible as he cooks up his stewed prunes. Of course, he is feeling a little left out since Martha is very excited by the appearance of Billy 12trees, her birth father, and all of the folks in the family seem to be giving Billy 12trees a lot more attention than Grandpa Larkin is getting. And then finally that night, Mary sits in bed with a bunch of pills to perhaps self-medicate herself as Tom shows up, very, very drunk, suggesting that he will sleep on the couch, and as he does that suggestion, he passes out in their bed. Mary makes a very emotional plea for Tom, but Tom really can't hear, and that's something that I expect we will see as we come up this morning in the episode. So I think that's the recap that we've got. Let's do this.
Let's see, does Heather take sugar? Heather doesn't even take coffee. Heather!
Ma, do I have to go to school before the camera crew gets here?
Sweetheart, did you clean your room yet?
I decided not to. We're supposed to be normal, and I thought it would be more normal for a kid my age to have a messy room.
Typical, Heather. We're supposed to be typical, not normal.
Well, it wouldn't be typical either. Hey, you look nice.
Really, do I? I used a little blusher. Oh, my God, there they are now. How do I look?
What about Dad?
What about him?
Is he just here for the movie?
Oh, well, I don't know, sweetheart. No. No, he's not. And, sweetheart, when the people come in here, don't say anything about his drinking or about our separation or about your wanting to run away or about the fact that he hates me, okay? Okay, sweetheart, they're here now, okay? Just tell me, how do I look? How do I look?
Fine.
Okay. Now, the trick here, sweetheart, when the people come in, when the crew comes here, the trick is to act natural, okay? Just typical, normal, and natural. Okay, Heather? You act natural. Hello, you must be the film crew. Hello. Hello. I'm Mary, Mary Hartman, and this is my daughter, Heather. This is Heather Hartman, and, is this Hugh Boswell? Yes, I remember you.
Mrs. Hartman, Heather. Hi, let me introduce you to the crew. This is the Razzle Brothers, Fred on camera, Gene sound.
Oh, are they really brothers? Because they don't look like brothers. They don't live with their mother, do they?
Oh, only on weekends. They're making a film about her called Mother on Sundays. You can sit up now, guys.
Oh. Mr. Boswell,
Yeah.
there has been a slight change. You remember I told you that my husband and I were separated? Well, we're not so separated anymore. I mean, he slept here last night, so he's here now.
Here's the plug here.
Oh, sure. So he will be here for the filming. He will be here for the filming. So now, I didn't know if you would have enough film or anything, but I already talked to Heather, and she agreed to go to the drugstore to get more film if you don't have enough.
That's all right. No, I have.
Is it really enough?
That's
because
fine.
now the thing is, the other thing I just want to tell you this: he drank a lot last night. So I'm not so sure if you'd want to film. I don't care. I don't care, but it's up to you because it's your profile.
Mrs. Hartman, Mrs. Hartman.
What?
If you just calm down and try to act natural, I think
Sure.
everything is going to be just fine. Yeah. Now, the crew is just putting some lights in your fixture, so we have plenty of light here. Fog
Fine.
lamps. But after that, we're just going to be part of your decor. Just part of your decor. So just do whatever you do.
Fine.
Eat breakfast.
Yes,
whatever it
I
is,
would like
clean
to
up.
say at this time, you're talking about lights, that I do have several 150-watt light bulbs.
No.
Should you run out of light? No.
You want to say something?
No. So I was just saying something.
So he
something
wants to get
different.
a level.
Need a level.
Here's Tom.
Here, let's get this, Fred.
Hi,
What the hell's going on here? What's going on?
Well, Tom, we're just going to sit down and have a very natural breakfast. Just very
Right,
natural.
cover this down here.
Okay, now, what we have for breakfast is we have orange plus or and, right? Orange plus and or if blueberry buttermilk waffles. You got that? Or we can also have, for little Tom right here, some Alka-Seltzer. Now, this is the Alka-Seltzer that does have the aspirin in it. Now, there is another kind of Alka-Seltzer that does not have the aspirin in it. This particular Alka-Seltzer does have the aspirin in it. Go ahead, sweetheart, drink it. Heather, would you like a waffle?
I want to throw that.
Oh, well then, Heather, would you like a breakfast square, chocolate breakfast square?
I want an Alka-Seltzer like Daddy.
Heather, now stop doing that and act natural.
This is my Alka-Seltzer.
Sweetheart, don't upset Daddy now. He's trying to have a very natural kind of breakfast, and just leave him alone, okay, to have a natural breakfast.
Great. Oh, let's go, Fred. You with me?
Come on, guys.
Hey, Mary, wait a minute. What's going on here, huh? Who are these guys?
Oh,
Huh?
Mr. Hartman. Hi, I'm Hugh Boswell. These are the Razzle Brothers. We're making a documentary about the typical American housewife consumer, starring your wife, Mary Hartman.
Yeah, there's my door.
Here,
Okay,
Fred, you
there's
with me here?
Okay.
Let's come in
You
tight.
ready?
Yeah.
It's Loretta and Charlie. Hi.
Mary. How are you? Listen, we just had to come over and say congratulations for your honor.
Hey, Tom! This is a sight for sore eyes.
Well, it sure is. It's a sign.
Yeah, it's a sure sign. A sign I need a drink and a quieter place to live.
Mr. Boswell, I would like you to meet, these are the Haggers, these are Hagger and Razzle and Razzle, and, excuse me, Tom.
Here, come on.
I got it.
great.
Tom,
This is
Heather, go to school now, okay? Heather, you go right to school now. It's going to be much quieter. Oh, I'm so terrible. You go right to school, Heather. It'll be much quieter here without Heather, and,
Well, hi. I am Loretta Hager's country western singer and very best friend. This is my husband, Charlie,
Hi.
Mary Hartman, and we would just love to say that we are so proud and pleased as punch that you're making Mary a TV star. Thank you.
Mary!
oh, yes, this is my mother, and, she's adopted.
Oh, Mary, I want you to meet Chief Billy 12 Trees, my real father. Oh, he came all the way from Oklahoma last night.
Oh,
Here, cover the Indian.
hello, Grandpa.
Isn't he wonderful?
Yeah.
That's where you get your high cheekbones.
Oh.
That was great.
Are you really an Indian? Because I'm from Oklahoma too, and I didn't. Well, that's amazing, Mary. That's really fabulous. Nice to meet you, Loretta Hager's husband, Charlie. You know what? I feel like a song. You know, just a song coming on from on high from it, because I guess it's because the whole family's getting together again and everything. It's called The Great Spirit.
The Great Spirit? I know that. Made
You
it with Roy Rogers back in '43.
Roy Rogers?
Boom, 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 boom,
Did you get to ride on it?
I've
always
Would you like some aspirin? This is the kind with the aspirin and the alka with the aspirin. Would you like that?
Wow, Loretta, come on in
Hi,
here.
listen, I came over as quickly as I
Hey,
could.
listen, I appreciate it. Thank you. Sit down. I guess you're wondering why I called. You sounded so of a sudden and urgent.
Well, I'm glad you found me over at Mary's house. Now, there's nothing wrong with Jimmy Joe, is there?
No, the little fellow's fine, thank the Lord.
Good. Whew.
No, I called you on account of Chicago.
Chicago, do you mean the city or the group?
Say what?
You know, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care
No.
about
No,
time?
Loretta, no. I'm talking about the city. You remember I told you that we were planning on having a big, huge revival right outside of Chicago.
Right, yes, that's right.
And I'm talking about saving, well, I'm talking tens of thousands of souls here. Well, last night, I had a dream, Loretta. And what it comes down to is that I'm afraid for those tens of thousands of souls. I'm afraid that they're going to be lost unless Jimmy Joe can reach them with the Lord's word.
Bless their hearts. But he'll reach them. He'll reach them.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. Then, you know, another thing, you know about my weakness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know it in person.
No,
but
but
I
you
know
know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I know what it is,
Right.
sure.
Well, it come on me real strong last night. And I was, thank the Lord, I was able to summon up your kind Christian spirit and fight it off.
Oh, Merle. That makes me feel so good and warm inside to think that this little spirit of mine, I mean, could help you, could keep you from that vice and that sin of yours and that you're
It did.
failing, you
It
know, and
did.
everything.
I know. Well, it did that. But getting back to this dream, Loretta, there was a beast in it. It looked like a leopard. It had feet like a bear. It had bear's feet, and a lion's foamy mouth. You know, foamy with lies and blasphemy.
I
And
swear.
heads. It had 7 heads, horns, 10 of them, 10 horns, and a little. It was a deadly wound back here, like a rising, only it was healed up.
Merle, that's a good sign. Because, see, it's a sign from the Lord. I mean, it has to be, because if it was a deadly wound, I mean, how else could it have been healed?
I know what you mean. Only what I'm thinking is that it's a warning, because astride the monster, astride the beast, was a lewd, gussied up harlot with smarmy thighs, like unto your great whore of Babylon.
Smarmy thighs, my gosh, how awful. Oh, did you wake up then? Because that's what I do, you know, when I have them kind of dreams, when they just get to the too hard to take part, my eyes just pop right open. I don't know, I guess it's just a built-in mechanism, you know, you got inside your system and everything. But I'll tell you something, Merle, I have never, ever had a dream with quite that much detail and everything in it.
Right.
Like you're saying.
Right,
You know.
well, I wish I had waked up, Loretta, because I'll tell you, I was lying in this bed scared stiff, and I mean scared for my mortal soul. But the thing is, see, the way I feel about it, like I'm saying, is it's a warning. It's a warning about Chicago. It's saying that if I go there, I'm going to fall out of grace into eternal wickedness, like Babylon fell into fire and corruption.
Merle. Honey, I swear to Pete, where is your faith? What kind of faith is that? Hon, you can't do that. Now I'm going to do you just like my mama did me, hon. I'll tell you what it was. She took out the Bible whenever I was in doubt and stuff, like you are right now. Well, here, I'll show you what she did. She'd just take my hand, and we'd open up, we'd just flip through this Bible, you know, just flip through it, just come what may, just flip through it.
And what happened? What?
All right, give me your hand. The Lord will direct this finger, and it will shoot to the proper passage to give you warmth, peace, and comfort.
I feel the faith pulsing through your palm, through the finger of your little hand right now.
All right. Okay, here we go. Peace and comfort. Peace and comfort, what's it say?
Well, he that keepeth up with harlots spendeth his substance.
I got it. I know why that. See, wait a minute. You see, the Lord, by that passage right there, the Lord told us, he said to us, I know what you're talking about. See, that's what we was talking about.
Well, that's true.
Now, he's working his way up, see, to the peace and comfort
Coming
part.
back through the back door. I know what you mean. I know what you mean exactly.
All right, let's see. All right, give me that hand again. All right, here we go. You ready?
Now I'll read this again, right? Behold, therefore, I'll gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and will discover thy nakedness unto them. And I'll judge thee as women that break wedlock and shed blood and are judged. And I'll give thee blood in jury and jealousy. Well, there you go right there. See, I can't go now because I'll tell you, I can't make it to Chicago unless you're there to guide me. Unless you're right there, sitting right there next to me.
Well, Merle, I'll tell you what, hon, I'd really just be thrilled and delighted to go, you know, but to be quite frank with you, Merle, I don't think Charlie'd let me go, you know, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what then, will you do me a favor? Will you tell me one little thing?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to sing in the choir?
Well, Merle, all the 100 voices of the 101,000 Light Heavenly Holy Choir.
No, that's hopeless.
Well, honey, it ain't hopeless. I mean, just think of it, all them black and white and red voices
No,
just
that's
singing
not
and
gonna
praise
happen.
the Lord.
It's not going to happen, Loretta, don't you understand? There's no way for me to get 100 voices up to Chicago on the Crusade's operating budget. Now, you know, maybe a few years ago before the Arabs took over the oil business, but not anymore. Those days are gone. That's unfeasible now. And on top of everything else, I'm shot with sin.
Well, Merle, if you only want to take the choir, then what would I be doing up there?
What would you be doing? You got to be putting me on now. Honey, you don't remember that you're the soloist of this whole thing? The soloist? And what we usually do, Jimmy, Joe, and I do when we're out on an out-of-town booking, is we make the soloist, we take it and make it the Holy Light Choir. Then, of course, we hire a local gospel group, but that's just a backup, you know. It'd be you, featuring you, Loretta Haggers, on all the handbills. Loretta Haggers with the 101 voice Holy Light Choir. You, right there along with Jimmy Joe.
Oh, well, I'd really like to. I would. You know, but Charlie would, frankly, he just would not let me go. Now, that's just all there is to it, you know. He just wouldn't.
Loretta? Honey, you gotta go. The Crusade needs you there. Jimmy Joe needs you there. The 100-voice Holy Light Choir needs you there. And I need you there. I need you so very, very much.
Give me a slate.
Rolling America, typical American consumer. Take 28, day 1, sync.
That's great. Oh, great. Oh, that's good.
Oh, did you ever notice how the bags you drop are always the bags with the eggs and the honey in them? Oh, did you ever notice that, Razzle?
Fred lost my sync.
I think you're sitting on it.
Cut. Sync is an abbreviation for synchronicity.
Oh, I see. Oh, poor Heather. She's gonna have to clean all of this up when she comes home from school, and the eggs are so messy.
Gina, are you holding?
Yeah, we'll clap slate on this one.
No.
Typical American consumer, day 1, take 29, Hugh Boswell, sync.
Oh, cut. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm all right. I just didn't know what you did. What did
Oh,
you
no.
do?
Well, I guess I should have explained some of these terms before we got started, but we're really operating on a shoestring. We don't have much time.
Oh. Well, what's the clap?
Oh, clap is something we use in the editing room to, to connect up the picture and the sound. And cut means cut or stop. Cut.
Oh, like cut.
Stop.
Stop.
Cut.
Cut.
Stop.
Cut.
You want to do this again?
Do you want to do the clap again?
Yeah, let's do it
You want to
again.
do the clap?
Okay.
Someone's at the door, but you just... Okay, I'll just do it. I know what it is, and I'm not afraid.
All right.
Okay, someone's there. I don't know who this is. I have no idea who this is. Grandpa.
Hi, Mary. I thought I'd drop in on my favorite grandchild. Well, one of them.
Oh, I'm so glad you came by. It's so good to see you. Would you like to have like a peanut butter sandwich with no preservative added?
No.
No, Grandpa? Would you like them maybe with some cashews or something like that?
The problem is, I shouldn't have told Martha I wasn't a father. It wouldn't be so bad if I could still skate, but that just makes it worse. Martha throwing me over for that other fella. I can understand Roberta and Dennis. He can still dance. But that Indian fella, he just talks about it.
You mean what's his name? Billy Twelvetrees?
Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa, I don't care if you can't dance. I really don't.
Well, at least I don't talk about it.
Oh, Grandpa, I love you so much. I don't want you to feel bad. Don't be sad.
I think I will have that cashew. Has it got any preservatives in it?
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Hello? Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you were still filming. There's usually a red light, isn't there, somewhere? Oh, there it is. Mary, excuse me. I was wondering if you have any corn in the house.
No, Mom.
Well, you see, I thought it would be nice to serve some corn for dinner since it's an Indian invention, you know. Because the only starch, now, Mary, the only starch I have in the house is converted rice. I wonder what converted rice is converted from.
Hi, Mary.
Oh, hi, Howard.
Oh, you're busy.
Howard, do you have any corn in the house?
Oh, gee, no, I don't think so, Mrs. Shumway. Mother said you wanted to see me, Mary?
Yes, I do, Howard, but not just now. Because right now I'm just trying to act natural.
Okay, well, I'll come back tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
let the ball roll, let the ball roll. No matter where you go, we can make it scrambled eggs. That's the ball. Foul ball. I got it. You know what's really foul? Guess what's hardware? We got molly bolts, you got wood screws, you got Phillips screwdrivers, you got wall bangers. Say, anybody want a little drinky pool? Huh? Hey, you guys know who I am? Huh?
That's Tom.
That's right. That's right, cutie pie. You little cutie pie.
Yeah. Cut. Sing. Yeah, clap it.
Mary's life is a circus. It really, and maybe every person's life, maybe the typical housewife's life is a circus, but for sure, Mary's life is a circus. So we start with Mary preparing breakfast and not being sure if Heather drinks coffee. You know, this was before Starbucks made coffee kind of an all ages drink. Back in the 70s, like, you were a grown up if you drank coffee. I vaguely remember that because I think I probably had it when I was 8 or 12 or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Of course, this crew is going to show up, and it reminds me of modern reality television. You know, and I know reality television is I've done a little bit of work in reality television, so I get the idea of what what might happen on a set. But it seems like a proto-reality situation where all of a sudden Mary is this very normal person who is being presented to the nation, to the television viewing audience, in some kind of weirdly digestible way. Of course, Mary just wants to be normal, for whatever good that might be, but you know, the film crew is capturing something that is beyond normal, for sure, in so many ways. We cut over to Merle and Loretta, and of course Merle is gonna have some kind of dream and use his dream imagery to drive Loretta to be with him on the road to Chicago. And Loretta's trying to not be involved with the church. I don't know if she actually feels the ickiness of the church finally, or if she's just kind of like getting excited about being really excited with Charlie for once. You know, it's been a while since they've been kind of on the same track, and now they start to be. And I think Merle may have been just reading bits from the Bible that he'd had memorized as manipulative tools. Like, yeah, sure, he could have randomly hit those passages in the Bible, I suppose, based on the finger test, but and of course Merle's going to make it some kind of weird ultimatum that he needs Loretta there, and that's just gross. And then we come back to even more of a circus. Mary immediately spills the groceries that she was carrying. She doesn't look very healthy, like mentally healthy. I think she really needs some rest, and she hasn't been getting it. Of course, this is not an environment where getting rest is really easy. We see Grandpa talking about how he's been tossed aside, and I feel a bit sad for him. You know, we're not going to develop that too much this episode, but I do feel like Grandpa gets ignored quite a lot. I feel like he's written off so much, and some of it is in the writing, but some of it is how the characters feel about him. So, and Tom shows up looking unshaved and unkempt, and just making a spectacle of himself on television. I mean, it's not a live feed, so they'll figure out what to pick and choose for their edit, but it's gross. and then Howard shows up out of like the blue for like a split second, and I suppose it's because Betty wants Mary to sleep with him. That's not spoken on at all this episode, so I think it's just sort of keeping the seed germinating as we approach that conversation. But something that I believe I've read in the news I've heard about the update of Mary Hartman is that Mary is going to start by making herself a little bit of a spectacle in social media. And I think that might mean that the show is going to start very close to where we are here. That Mary all of a sudden becomes famous. You know, so I'm sure some of the craziness of the first 6 months of this show will appear, but it looks like we're taking a normal person and putting them in the public spotlight. And that's going viral on social media, but that could also be the effects of reality television. I feel like this show is ripe for a remake, and I'm very curious to hear the response of a modern audience to a modern take on this show. Obviously, I'm talking about the old show because it's got a lot to it, and honestly, I think a modern audience could get a lot out of this, but and that's why I'm watching it in the first place. I'm talking about it because there's so much in it to reflect upon. We can look at our own lives in some kind of crazy way, and I'm curious to see how that's going to be different when the remake hits the air. Not that I'm recording this with I started this show way before I knew there was a remake in the works, but since it's coming, I might as well address it. So that was our June 22nd, 1976 episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. I will see you after I get my shot, and we'll see. I'll give you a quick report of how I'm doing, but that's going to be tomorrow. So thank you so much for coming along, and I'll give you a report tomorrow night in Fernwood.